Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture number 5 of unit number 6 applications of partial differential equation. In this lecture, we'll continue with the examples on one-dimensional heat flow equations. So, list of the problems I have written. Some of them I am going to leave for you and some of them I am going to solve in this video. So, very first problem, solve del u by del t equal to a square del 2u by del x square, where u of xt satisfies the following condition. So, four conditions are given. U of 0 comma t equal to 0 for every t, u of L comma t equal to 0 for every t, u of x comma 0 equal to x, 0 less than x less than L, and u is finite as t tends to infinity. So total, and from the equation itself it is clear that it is a problem of one dimensional heat flow equation. Okay, and total three conditions we are having in this four conditions we are having. Out of the three we use two boundary conditions we use initially, these two to eliminate constants, and finally we'll take u of x comma 0, this help of the third condition also to calculate the bn, the second arbitrary constant. First arbitrary constant will get eliminated by first condition. By using second and third condition we eliminate the remaining constant, and finally we get the solution u of xt. One problem of this type I have already solved, so this problem I am going to leave for you as a practice. Okay, the similar problem we have done in the previous video. The problem of the type, only the function here we are having as x, there we had function different. Okay, function of x, only this will change, means your calculation of bn only will get changed. Up to that entire similar will be as it is, and the value of c square in first problem we have taken as 1, here value we have to take as a square. That change you need to understand, the rest calculation are similar. In the next problem, a homogeneous rod of conducting material of length 100 centimeter, the value of length is given, that is L is given as 100, has its ends kept at 0 temperature, means at 8 points we are having temperature 0, that is initial condition. When x equal to 0 and x equal to 100, at both points the temperature is, that is u is 0. So two boundary conditions will get from this line, and the temperature initially when t equal to 0, initial temperature is the function of x, which is x when 0 to 50, and 100 minus x when 50 to 100, the values of x we have. So here the function is discontinuous type function. Here only one function we are having for the entire interval. Here we have two different functions for two subintervals. Okay, like a discontinuous function we are having. So while doing calculation of bn, these functions we use as a third condition, and while calculating bn, the range of we are going to split the range of it. Total range of the integration is from 0 to L, that is 100, and we are going to split that range in two parts, that is 0 to 50 and 50 to 100, because for two different intervals from 0 to 100 the value of the function is different. Okay, the first integral, which is 0 to 50, for that f of x will be x, and for the second integral from 50 to 100, f of x will be 100 minus x. Okay, and here also we are going to do the calculation for u of xt, temperature at any time t. So this is also like previous example, only the change is the value of u of x0. Okay, that is in the form of discontinuous function, and this problem also I am going to do for you. And the conditions in this problem we have to add, this is word problem, so first we have to identify the conditions from the given data. The next problem is similar to the previous problem, only the change is the value of the differential equation is also given, and the value of the condition is also given in the directly equation form instead of word form. And if you see the here we had 100 minus x, here we are having L minus x, here L is 100, both functions are similar, 0 to L by 2, L by 2 means 100 by 2, that is 50. So both problems are exactly similar, only instead of L equal to 100 we are having L here. And this is the fourth condition. This condition also be also there in the problem, but we never use in the calculation, thus we have to write that condition with us, but we are not going to make use of this particular condition. Actually the value of the u of xt which you take, that u of xt value satisfies this particular condition. Okay, that only we have to check, and these two are similar, so that this I am leaving for you for practice, and this I am going to do. Another two problems, the equation of the conduction of heat along a bar, heat conduction problem, and this is a one dimensional heat equation standard form, neglecting the radiation. Find the expression for theta. Instead of u, theta is given if the ends of the bar are maintained at 0, means at boundary points temperature is 0, And initially, this is the line, this line is important. Initially means when T is equal to 0, the temperature is capital T at the center of the bars, means this is the temperature only at the center, okay, and falls uniformly to 0 at its ends. Fine. So here the temperature at the center is given. We need to, from this information, we are going to do the calculation for the value of function u. This value we are going to calculate, u of x0. Initially temperature is given, initial temperature we are going to calculate, but this is not the this form of expression we are going to find, because the temperature only at the center is given initially, but throughout the bar what is the temperature at t equal to 0, that we are going to calculate from this information. Okay, this type of problem we have done in the wave equation also. There we have done one problem of this type. After starting the solution, you will understand how we are going to do this. Okay, the value for u of x0 we are going to find from this expression, and once we get u of x, that at initial temperature, once we get, using that we are going to, because boundary conditions are with us, only this initial condition is not with us, that we are going to determine in this problem from the given information. Okay, and in the last problem, fifth, we have to solve again the similar one dimensional heat equation. This is the first condition, V not equal to infinity when t tends to infinity, that is V is finite, that is first condition. And then second condition is del V by del x equal to 0 when x equal to 0. X equal to 0 means boundary point, and V equal to 0 when x equal to L. This is also boundary point, means these two are boundary conditions. Only different thing in this problem, instead of V equal to 0, here we are having del V by del x equal to 0. Here we are having V equal to 0. In previously discussed problem, so far we have directly the value of that function equal to 0. Here we have derivative equal to 0. Only this change is there. Okay, only one condition is different. In some problems you may have one boundary condition in the form of derivative. In that case, after differentiating that v, whatever solution we are considering, our function will go in the form of a cosine. Okay, and because of that, our calculations, means final series that we get here in this problem is a cosine series. Instead of sine series, we get half range cosine series whenever we have the one condition in the form of a derivative. This problem also we are going to do, and we are going to see how we are getting cosine series there. And once we get cosine series there, we are going to apply the formula for Fourier coefficient of cosine series, not of sine series. Only this change is there in this problem. And v equal to 0, v0 when t equal to 0 means initially, this is the initial condition. The value of the function is constant, which is v0. This we are going to use in the problem. Now, one by one, total 3 problems I am going to solve for you, and the remaining 2 you try at home. So let us start the solution from problem number 2. Okay. So this is the second problem that I am going to solve. U of x0 is this, and at a end point temperature is 0. So after writing all this data in the form of a differential equation and boundary condition, we'll get this form. Let u of xt be the temperature that we have to find. So this will satisfy the heat equation del u by del t equal to c square del 2u by del x square, subject to the conditions at boundary points x equal to 0 and x equal to L. Here L is what? 100. Okay, so both are 0, and u of x0 is this, it is a discontinuous function, and u is finite. This is the fourth condition when t is tends to finite. Okay, now let us solve this like problem solved in the previous lecture. The most general solution we take as u of x comma t equal to c1 cos mx plus c2 sin mx into e to the power minus c square m square t. This is the most general solution of the one dimensional heat equation. Here the value of c square is c square, not any other constant. Now let us start applying condition 1, first boundary condition, then second boundary condition, then the third condition. By making use of these 3 conditions, we get the solution. By condition 1, like previously discussed problem, we'll get again c1 as 0. You know the reason why c1 is 0, this is not 0, therefore. So if c1 is 0, your solution will get reduced to u of x t equal to c2 sin mx e raised to minus c square m square t. Now let us use the second boundary condition. By second boundary condition, u is 0 when x is 100 at second boundary point. So by that, if you put in the previous equation, 0 equal to c2 into sin m into 100, L is 100, okay, into e raised to minus c square m square t. But again c2 is non-zero, therefore, and this is non-zero, therefore sin m into 100, this is, you can say 100 m, sin 100 m is 0. So when sin 100 m is 0, when 100 m equal to n pi. So 100 m equal to n pi for n equal to 1 to 3, and therefore m will be n pi by 100. So by second condition we have obtained the value of m as n pi by 100. So on using that in uxt will be c2 into sine n pi x by 100. This is n pi by 100 is the value of m into e raised to minus c square. We have here m square. So square of m, that is n square pi square by 100 square t. So this will be the solution after putting the value of m for n equal to 1, 2, 3. The next step, we combine all the solutions. So that gives us the series, right? Now this is the series that we have obtained after putting the value of m. Okay, on combining all the solution, your constant becomes bn sin n pi x by 100 e raised to minus c square n square pi square t by 100 square. This is the 100 square. Okay, now we determine bn from the third condition and substitute in this series to get the final solution. So for condition 3, u of x0, put t equal to 0 in this equation. So e raised to 0 will become 1. Okay, and the remaining terms will be as it is. And this is u of x0, that is left hand side. So we'll get this series after putting the third condition, u of x0 equal to e raised to 0 becomes 1. Therefore bn sin n pi x by 100 for 0 less than x less than 100. Right? Now this is the what? Half range sine series. Okay, again we have obtained the half range sine series. So for the formula for calculating half range series bn is 2 by L. For the interval 0 to L, I have written the formula 0 to L f of x sin n pi x by L dx. Here the value of L is 100. The substitute that value. So integration is from 0 to 100. But for the range 0 to 100, your function f of x is discontinuous. It has two different values, right? One value is x and second value is 100 minus x. So accordingly, I have split the range of the integration. 0 to 100, we have two different values. 2 by 100 is 1 by 50. So first interval is 0 to 50. For that function is x. This sin n pi x by L as it is. For the second interval 50 to 100, function is 100 minus x n pi x by L into dx. Okay. Now two integrations we need to calculate. Both can be determined using u into v rule, generalized u v rule. This is the polynomial function. This is also polynomial function. Apply generalized u into v rule. And after putting upper and lower limit, finally you will get the value. I have not done the calculation of integration. I am leaving this for you. The value of bn you will get as 400 by n square pi square, that is n into pi square into sin n pi by 2. Okay, and on using this value of bn in the equation, that 3 will get u of xt equal to summation n ranges from 1 to infinity 400 by n square pi square sin n pi by 2 into sin, this is the value of bn, and sin n pi x by 100 as it is e raised to minus n square pi square c square t by 100 square. Okay, so this will be the final temperature at any time t in the form of a series. Okay, so this is how we solve the one-dimensional heat equation if the your function is discontinuous type. Two separate integrations we have to perform. Now let us move towards the next problem. This is the third problem we are going to discuss. Fourth problem. Here in this problem, the boundary conditions are given and the initial condition at center. Initial condition we need to determine here. Only the information at the center the temperature is capital T is given. Okay, and it is not totally initial temperature. For calculating this temperature, you need to understand this diagram. So theta we have, theta is the temperature in this problem. Theta of x comma t be temperature at any time t. So along this axis I have taken the temperature, along this axis x, horizontal x. Okay, the length of the rod. So total length of the rod is L. So at this point, end point L, at this point also L. Temperature is 0 at both the points, at end points. Fine. At the center, at this point we are having value of x as L by 2. At this point temperature is 0, but at center the given temperature is what? Capital T. So it will be here, this point at center, and it is falling uniformly towards 0, towards boundary points. It is reducing. Falling means it is goes on reducing up to 0 towards boundary points. Okay, so this type of figure we have discussed in one of the problem of wave equation. Okay, so by using equation of line of 2-point form, one equation from O to A, another equation from A to B, determine both the equation using 2-point form and get the value of initial temperature. So for the equation of line, by using this two-point form, we'll get as theta 2t x by L for 0 to L by 2. Okay, x is varying from 0 to L by 2, and the equation of line again by using 2-point form, we'll get as theta minus t and this right hand side, and after solving you'll get theta as 2t by L into L minus x for L by 2 to L. Okay, so two values of theta means initially when t equal to 0, this will be the two values of theta for the interval 0 to L by 2 and L by 2 to L. So by combining these two, one example in equation also of this type we have done. Okay, so therefore I have written all the things directly. You need to understand that figure and 2-point form. So theta of x comma 0 initially at t equal to 0, the temperature throughout the bar will be 2t by L into x, 2t by L into L minus x. For 0 to L by 2 one function, and for L by 2 to L by 2 to L another function. Okay, this is L by 2 to L. Fine. So we have got the initial temperature. Now we can solve this problem. The equation is this, subject to these conditions. These are the boundary condition. Theta of x0 is this. So this is like previous example, discontinuous functions. So two integrations you need to do, and finally you'll get the value of the bn as the coefficient bn 8 into t n square pi square sin n pi by 2. This is like similar to previous problem. The value of L is 100 there. Instead of that we are having L here. Okay, so only the formation of differential equations is important for in such problems. Okay, and by using 2-point form you can determine it. Okay, one more time you can see the calculations and try to understand all this. If you have any kind of doubt you can ask me at any time. Fine. Now let us discuss the last problem. This is the last problem. This problem also I am going to discuss in brief. Okay, like previous problem I have provided the calculation up to the condition. Whatever required up to that I have provided you. You just try to complete it and you can ask me at any time if you have any kind of doubt. This is also we are going to discuss in brief. Find the solution of this equation. Conditions are given. Only first condition is different here. We are having partial derivative. So this condition you are going to use first. So when you consider the general solution, differentiate that solution with respect to x first, and then you put x equal to 0 in that equation and equate it to 0 after differentiating, and then use the next condition 3, and then at the end next third condition. After using third condition you will get the cosine series there, and for determining Fourier coefficient for cosine series this formula we use 2 by L 0 to L f of x. The value of f of x you will get here as v0, that is given to you. Okay, when t is 0, and cos n pi x by L dx. Here this is the formula I have written. In this problem you will get cosine series. Instead of n you are going to get here 2n plus 1 L. Okay, like that you will 2n plus 1 pi zeros of cosine. When you will get 2n plus 1 you will get there. This is the just formula I have written. In this formula you are going to replace f of x by v0, and this function, whatever function you will get in the series, cosine series, that same cosine function you take here and they do the integration. Instead of sine take cos there. Only this is the change, and first you differentiate that general solution and then equate it to 0. So try to complete this also at home. If you need any kind of help you can ask me. Okay, so that's it from the problems on one-dimensional heat flow equation, and in the coming lecture we are going to start with the next application, two-dimensional heat flow equation, that is Laplace equation. So that's it from this lecture. Thank you.